Okay, students, we're going to talk about your selfie art project. So I've titled it Selfie because you're going to be drawing a self-portrait, which is the oldest form of a selfie. So the learning objective for this project is that students will learn and use journaling and sketching techniques throughout the creative process and use a self-assessment tool to improve artwork. So basically, that's a fancy way of saying that you're going to have a lot of steps before you get to the final project. Um, but all those steps are going to help you create your best artwork. So the lesson outline is the overview, which is always first. And then you're going to watch this short video clip about the history of portraits. It has a lot of interesting information that I think will help you with your project. Then you're going to do a portrait analysis. We're going to be comparing different types of portraits, different styles of portraits. And we're going to have a quick faces activity because you may not want your self-portrait to just be a blank face. You may want a smile, a sad face, a funny face, an excited face, and I'm going to show you how to do those things. And then, of course, we'll have our portrait drawing demo where I show you the specific steps you need to take in order to draw a portrait. Now, this demo will be a little bit different than others because there are very specific guidelines on how to draw a face, which is very helpful because a lot of people say, oh, I can't draw a face, but there's actually really specific steps to follow that'll help you with that process. Then you're going to begin drawing your self-portrait. After you have drawn your face, you're going to add a background so you can see the background in some of these examples on the screen. You get to decide what's in your background. That's completely up to you. And then you're going to prepare your display papers. So after you have your portrait drawn like these and you have your background and everything the way you want it, then you're going to get a bigger piece of paper and you're going to glue your drawing to the middle of it. You're going to cut the edges of the paper so that it looks like a cell phone, okay? And you're going to make your paper, your display paper, look more like a cell phone by adding the button, and you can add decorative things to make it look like there's a case on the phone to make it look more like a selfie. And then you're going to have your artist statement where you just explain everything you did to me, what's your takeaway from the project, things like that. And then you will be done and ready to submit the project to me for a grade. You can see I have the supplies listed down here. So a portrait is a drawing or painting of a person's face. So typically that will be from the chest up. And that's what you're doing for this project. We're going to be dealing with value, which is the lightness or darkness of something, because you're going to have to add shading in this project. Contour is the outline drawing of something, which that's what you're going to start with. You're going to start with drawing the outlines of everything. And then, of course, craftsmanship is the overall quality or neatness of the artwork. So you want to make sure your craftsmanship is of the best quality. Here I have the steps listed and a little example of how to get started with your portrait. I'm going to go over these in the demo, but I just wanted to list them here. And then I have some examples of different facial expressions. So depending on the facial expression you use, that's going to change the feeling of your portrait because it's going to show different emotions. And we'll practice doing these whenever we have our facial expression activity. And then I have two different styles of portraits here. So this is kind of what we're going to do when we do the artwork analysis. And I may show you this picture again. But we're going to be talking about, what elements of art we see, the style, all kinds of things whenever we do the artwork analysis. And then I have some more examples of what your selfie might look like when you get done. So you can see they have their self-portrait in the middle. These all are kind of funny. And then they have the display paper that they glued their drawing to, and they've decorated it to make it look like a phone case. And of course, I have the steps here as well, just in case you wanted to read them. So it may seem like there's a lot of steps, but I'm going to help you through all of them. And when you get done, hopefully you have an interesting selfie drawing to look at.